Oh my goodness, it's a miracle. Three times, crashed three times. It's a miracle I got in. Starting a little early tonight. This is the MMORPG. Welcome back. So good to see you. For my YouTube viewers later, thanks for your viewership. For my Twitch viewers, buckle up. We got a good stream tonight. Gonna continue working on getting Mr. Best Friend here some levels. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. I got a good run in earlier. Wanted to tell you guys about this. Let me get started here though, real quick. Yeah, so I went for a run. Actually, I got an email that was like, "Oh, if you want to go to ranger school, you have to run 5 miles in 40 minutes." And I was like, I could probably do that. So I went on the track and I did it. It hurt. Almost puked. I don't know if I'm going to go to ranger school. That's a bit much. What else? Rearranged little furniture today. Trying to make my setup a little bit more cohesive. Yeah, overall good Tuesday, good first day back at work. Hopefully your Tuesday is good too. Mr. Best Friend is going to start the long grind into, or the long climb, I suppose you could call it, into the Soothsayer camp here in just a moment. So I'm going to bring the music down here just a little bit for you guys. What do I need? I need collarbones. I need to get some mana. What do you guys think? Are we going to win pet roulette today? Are we going to get lucky? Let's see. What does it land on? I've never watched this all the way through. What do you guys think? Red or black? Oh, black. Black it is. So yeah, we're gonna fight our way in. It's gonna be actually, this is strange. So there's some mobs missing. I think we may actually be beat out. We may not be able to go in just yet. The door mobs are gone. This mob is gone. Either way, we're killing stuff here. We're gonna get experience. 26% to level 47. And what day are we on? We're on day 137. 137 days since I started this. We need to start a bet for my YouTube viewers. If you want to throw it in the comments, what day do you think I'll finish on level 60? We're at day 137 right now. 137. What day do you think we'll be done? I'm looking forward to hearing that. Looking forward to reading that. Not really hearing it. Out of habit, I opened up nparse. I don't use nparse anymore. I use pigparse. Whoops. I played Fallout New Vegas last night too. As a break, I was gonna play more MMOs after I got off my MMO stream, and I was like, nah, I wanted to play Fallout, classic Fallout, not super classic Fallout. I'm actually not a fan. You guys can throw spears at me all you want. You guys can hate me. I'm not really a big fan of like Fallout 1 and 2. I don't think I've given it a fair shot though, to be honest. I need to give it a more fair shot. I think I only played it for a few minutes. Let's see how this pet does. Let's see what level he is. 43. Oh, he's a 43. He's no good. You are no good, sir. You're gonna get banished. I'm gonna have to do all the work nuking this adept. Because you can't keep the damage up, Zasaner. I love the sinister laugh from the skeleton as he's like igniting bones, I guess. Shooting giant fire blasts at goblins. Can you imagine what that smells like? I think MMOs would be the stinkiest place ever to be. When was the last time you saw a shower in an MMO? Honest question. How many public bathrooms are there in Stormwind or Kinos? You know what that means? They're doing it in the street. Sorry, that was probably really loud. There we go. Excuse me while my old ass learns how to operate Spotify. I need a new streaming software, I think. I'm actually really tired of how OBS forgets every time I turn it off. Forgets like Spotify, forgets EQ. And I have to go in and manually tell it what window to pull the audio from. Let's see, we were going to reclaim Zasaner's energy here. Be gone, sir. Falling, falling. So that run was good, but like my legs, they're tired. They hurt. All right, this is weird. I don't really know what to think here. Actually, I do know what to think. These mobs are gone. We're gonna break this camp. We just got it kind of halfway handed to us, and we're just gonna hope and pray those two don't respawn on us, And if they do, we'll go start over. It's really risky doing this. You're probably going to see me either die or have to run out. I've learned to keep reclaim energy on your bar until you know you have a good pet. I really want that reclaim energy clicky. That would be so nice to have. Ah, shoot. I need Screaming Terror on my bar too, though. Which one will go? The heal will go for now. Oh, we had a respawn. Okay. Hopefully they don't both respawn. It's very likely they will both be respawned, though. Oh, we're getting 47s. We won the pet roulette. There's the second one. I knew it was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Oh my, they're really beating on me, though. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to drop a Drain Spirit on him. He's almost dead. We want to drop one on you because you're not almost dead. Rearrange some spells here. I'm going to put Screaming Terror on 7, and I'm going to get a heal on Gobaner here. Kurt Gobaner. Maybe not. He doesn't even really need it. Give me that loot. All right. I'm actually really glad that happened when it did. We got kind of lucky there. Let me know if the music is too loud. Let me know if the mic is too loud. I actually turned it up. I'm going to listen to it after. I'm going to listen to the VOD after and be like, oh gosh, that's terrible. Never post it. Nah, we post it. You guys are sharing my audio journey. There's going to be a stream one day where I'm going to be like, holy shit, I got it right. That will be a great day in MMORPG history. The Earl Grey is tasting good tonight, boys. This is a victory Earl Grey here. I'm really proud of that run. That was a good run. It was a gut check. Last mile was a gut check. Now, if I really want to do it, if I really want to go to that school, I'll have to go ruck. I'll have to throw 30 pounds on my back and go for just a short 12-mile walk with it at a pretty good pace. I'm assuming you're evaluated on level terrain, though. I'm assuming. I don't know, actually. I should look into that. You probably aren't. I doubt you're climbing a mountain, though, and so I've climbed up a lot of peaks with 30 to 40 pounds on my back, so I ain't scared. All right, let's see if we can do this without killing me or my pet. First one up is the Adept, and we pull clockwise. So I go 1, 2, 3. Alright, we feigned. Watch for that ST to drop. There it is. Think we'll get a Earring of Essence tonight stream? I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see, he got the heal off. I'm actually just gonna try to interrupt the heals like that. Kill him before he heals, pet. Good boy. Normally I stream for 2 hours, but tonight I'm gonna stream till I hit 47, unless I die. So that may require me to restart the stream about 2 hours in. We'll see. I may actually make about 23% in 2 hours. Should probably put steel skin on too. Yeah, you just feel really good when you hit like a good goal like that. You just feel capable. And if you guys watching later, if you have any stories for yourself of like goals you've hit or things that have made you feel good, accomplishments, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'd be curious to read what you guys have. Even if it's in a video game. Video game goals are goals. Our parents' generation, they're the ones that told us none of this matters. I'm perfectly happy with my video game goals and my real life goals, but they're both good. Especially if you do something crazy, like you solo a crazy instance or a camp, an EQ. You pull off something that people normally don't do. You speed run a game, anything like that. I think those are really cool things. Solo self-found your way all the way to 60. You did a hardcore run. Well, good thing I put on that steel skin. I'm really enjoying Droga. That's even though there's been some setbacks, it's a good spot. Lots of adepts in here. casting mobs. They take a little bit more mana to get down. Alright, this should only aggro one. No, 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 no. Don't you go running out there. Failed feign death. That's bad. That means we're going to get that second adept. Unless we got really lucky on a Membler for some reason. Which I think we did. The adept just healed. I'm going to take it because I don't have two adepts that I'm dealing with. We got super lucky there. Basically, so what happened if you're not familiar with how Screaming Terror works? Screaming Terror will put them into a terrified state for 15 seconds. And then it has a small chance to cause them to completely forget you after the Screaming Terror wears off. And in that specific instance where if you feign, they will always forget you. Well, as far as that, since I've started doing this, they've never remembered me. You just have to be feigned when it drops. But in this case, I wasn't feigned when it dropped. I just got really lucky that they got memblurred, which means they forgot me. That's amazing. I think we could have still done it. We could have still figured it out. It would have messed up how the camp was broken. I would have had two really close together, which I don't like. So that was good. "25 minutes into the stream and Stream Elements figures out that I'm streaming." Bravo, Stream Elements. That's been very laggy lately. Not sure why. All right, 2 to go. Two to go, and the room is ours. It's a quiet night in Droga. Last night there was 10 people in here. And I was the lowest level 1. Neutral Rockets asks, is Soothsayer up? Negative. Welcome back to the stream, Neutral. Glad to see you. Always appreciate your support. Did what I said about the GCD cooldown in Discord, did that make sense? Or the GCD reset? Alright, let's see. He should just come solo. Nope. Okay. That's a departure. We're gonna bring him in the room. That really hurt, actually. Why are you not this is bad, actually. Alright, you need to get on the adept. We can recover from this, but it is an adept and a legate. So we're just gonna like throw everything we've got at the legate or the adept and hope to root rot the legate. When you really don't want this heal to go off here. Alright, we got him. Neutral Rocket says using the GCD clicky speeds up my dot sequence by nearly 5 seconds. You broke your root. Yeah, we're just gonna kill this guy nice and slow. Sorry, my leg itched really bad. Ouch. I freaking like dislocated my shoulder trying to itch my leg. Yeah, we're killing this guy slow. That way these two aren't close together. Listen to him growl. He's just growling away at us. 3, 4, okay. There's two that are kind of close together. But this is broken way better than the that one time where we had what, two, one was like a minute apart from the other. That was bad. Neutral Rocket says, huge difference. Sadly, I don't think there is a way to macro the clicky. Yeah, I think we crossed that bridge here on the stream when we got the Sarnak bracer, and that was the consensus, was there was no way to macro it. Don't let him heal. Good boy, go Banner. All right, that is the camp broken. Words of Transcendence. And let me know if the music's too loud. I've got it up a little bit higher tonight than normal, so if it's too much, I'll bring it down about 10 decibels or so. Still working on getting it all just set perfectly. And we're up to 81% towards level 47. That's nice. I will take it. So the first one up will be the Soothsayer here in the corner. And for those of you just joining the stream, ooh, the wiki is down. I was going to bring up the wiki. And yeah, it's acting really funny. So no wiki cutaways tonight. At least till it un-Fs itself. Oh yeah, my quads are super sore. I'm going to have to do some real good stretching later. Yeah, we're going to stay here till 40, probably 48 at least, maybe 49. I can't really think of anywhere else I'd rather go. I like it when I figure a camp out and I can just camp on it. Then at 49, we'll need to make another decision on where to go next. Start breaking into the 50s. I can't believe it. We're like almost there. I can feel it. Like I can reach up and almost touch the 50s. Mr. Best Friend has come a long way from being that solo player out there in the field of bone, complaining about how there was too many marauders. The stream has come a long way. The, new webcam, new lighting, new microphone, actual green screen behind me. Neutral and I were talking last night, and we were talking about props and some different things to go in the backdrop. So that's something that I'm exploring right now. And if you guys want to join our Discord community, take a look at the About Me page on Twitch or my Twitch profile, and you can find the link to the Discord there. It's relatively quiet right now. Why don't we fix that? Why don't we get some more folks in there? The few folks that are in there, we have fun together. So yeah, if you want to join, check that out. Neutral says 46 to 51 is nice and fast. That's good news. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling that it's going to go quicker than I think. All right, what do we got? 2 minutes on the soothsayer. So the way this is going to go is the soothsayer is going to pop. I know it. I can feel it. He's going to drop the earring of essence. Neutral Rockets asks, is this better XP than K-Sora now? 100%, yeah. It was a few levels ago as well. Sorry, let me slam my tea here. I need some caffeine. I absolutely wrecked myself on my workout today. Caffeine, got the nicotine, hydrating. We're going to get right. No, I'm really glad to be here streaming for you guys tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here. This is better XP than K-Sora, but it's a lot slower. Like, you're just camping these 5. I could probably working these dudes here at some point. Quesora, man, I had that place down. I was pulling 2 towers, the church. Of course, then I got a low resist on one of the church mobs, and Zalgaz came out of his hidey hole and killed me. We're gonna go back though. We're gonna go back to Quesora. We may camp that. We may camp that staff down there off of Zalgaz. I figured out you can lull through walls. I didn't know. So if you lull from really far away, it's decently safe to break into the church. All right, let's get some buffs up here. Ooh, my shielding dropped off. Whoops. Not paying attention. Neutralize, so you're going to try to get a circlet of shadows here next. I really should. It'd be nice to have a clicky invis. All right, we're going in a little low on mana, or lower on mana than 100%. As long as it's not a legate, it shouldn't be an issue. Even if it is a legate, it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I should go for the circlet. It's an adept. Boo. This earring is really eluding me. And we're gonna keep the mobs rooted tonight. We're not gonna make the same mistake. There is an advantage to not rooting them because they don't heal as much. You can... Oh, the root broke. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Oof. That was a little costly. Neutral Rocket says the COS is great. Even the nerfed one makes charming a little more viable. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of charming on the Necro. I really need to. Need to give it a shot. I was just feeding mobs to my pet, the Blender, down there in Quesora. Like just bringing them and letting the mob or the pet just wreck them with those 2 Deadwood staves. That was nice. You get a max level pet down there with 2 Deadwood staves and just destroy that place. Like I was getting cocky, which I paid for eventually. Neutral Rocket says can learn to charm in City of Mist before you reach Howling Stones level. Yeah, that's a good idea. City of Mist is definitely on the list. We're gonna go there again. And neutral's still 54. Oh, you're still in the Commons tunnel. You're still trying to slay the tunnel dragon. Trying to get those spells. Join the Brotherhood, man. Solo self-found. You never have to go to the tunnel and sit and wait. More time playing, less time spamming. One more spell to get? Which spell are you trying to get? Neutral says got them all up to 59 apart from Devouring Darkness and Emissary of Thule. Well done. So you're going to be set to push to 60. Oh, pop. It's another adept. Kick that heal, pet. Nice. I don't remember which one is next. So I'm going to park over here. That way I can hopefully not get whacked right off the bat. Experience is moving good down here. We just need that earring. I would gladly trade out a bat skull earring for a 30 HP earring. Let's see, how much mana do I lose? Ooh, I lose like 50 mana, but I don't know. I feel like that earring of essence would be nice to have. All right, the wiki's back up, so this is what we're down here camping. It's an HP plus 30, save magic 10 earring. Drops off Soothsayer Dregzak. You get one shot at him every 20.5 minutes. There's the next spawn. And once you get it broken, it's a truly chill camp. You can screw up though. I screwed up last night. I didn't root a mob, and he ran out there. And he pulled all those, and I had another spawn coming in right behind him. And it was just too much. It would have been 4 mobs. Now in K-Soro, where they're lower, I was root rotting 3 at a time sometimes. But here, with the way they spawn caster mobs, so if you root like an adept, he's just going to keep nuking. They're not just going to stand there rooted. They really don't like being rooted. Yeah, I think we will go down and try to get the COS, but he's usually camped. Chief Rockgus is usually camped. And that's where the COS drops. I've asked these guys for a camp check twice, and they don't want to respond. I asked you guys for a camp check. Maybe they don't talk to us low level 40 scrubs. They're like, what are you doing here? You're level 40. 46. Normally everybody in here is 60. Neutral says this is obviously a 60 plus zone. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm here. It is strange though, because you don't ever see you don't ever really see groups in here. I've been in here a lot, and I've never seen a level appropriate group. Pop. Ooh, we got a bone slaver. These guys can be nasty. They're not so bad if you have the mana for them. What I need Pig Parse to do is add a trigger for if root breaks. Add like an audio trigger. Let me see. Maybe they've added it. They seem like they're adding stuff to it a lot. And it auto updates. It's pretty nice. Nope. And I don't know of a way to add custom triggers. If anyone knows how to add custom triggers to Pig Parse, let me know. I'm going to be lazy and not set up Gina just yet. But I probably need to. When I played the Chanter, Gina was like mandatory for charm breaks. Oh yeah, people are showing up now. We're up to 4 people here. I feel like I see a lot of Necros in here. Necro's probably a really popular class, period. They're just so versatile. I don't know if I can go back to playing another class. I love my Necro. Neutral knows. He's part of the Necro Brotherhood. What do you guys think the worst class in EQ is? EQ, like classic. Neutral says the survivability is awesome. Yeah, I feel like you always have like a way to get out of a bad situation, or almost always. You can get in some pickles. You can get in some bad spots. But in general, I usually find a way to figure it out. Neutral says, and you can get your corpse and even res, yeah. If you're not me. If you're not on the solo self-found train. Kunark only, actually. You bet your sweet Ixar Tushy I would have gone and got summon corpse. If I wasn't Kunark only. Alright, 23 gobskins. Loot down here it's not bad. I feel like Kesori you make a little bit more money. Neutral says maybe you'll get Conjure eventually. Is that one Kunark? Oh, you know what? I think I figured it out. It is a Kunark drop, but doesn't it requires a tiny jade inlaid coffin. And I don't think you can get those on Kunark, at least according to the wiki. This is the tiny jade inlaid coffin. It says it's sold in Neriac and Payneal. So I don't know how I would get that. Neutral says, "Oh dang, yeah, I saw. I remember seeing Conjure Corpse in the spell list, and I was like, oh, that's awesome." And then when I clicked on it, and then I started doing some reading, I was like, no, like it was teasing me, you know. Like the game got me just excited enough. Collarbones is falling off. I'm just gonna let it go. In fact, I'm gonna click it off. Actually, yeah, we got a lot of time. We just need to do a new steel skin. So we have that nice bubble around us. Then I'll tee up my pet buff here. Next one up is the Soothsayer. Let's start a spawn counter. We're on 2. We're on 2 tonight. I could guesstimate on what the total one we're on. We're probably on like 30 or so total. I've camped this quite a bit. Neutral says this is nothing compared to your D2 spreadsheet. Yeah, the D2 spreadsheet was D2 was a passion project for me. It's really a shame because I wanted to finish that solo self-found Holy Grail, and I would probably be getting pretty close by now. But man, the wrist pain was so intense. Like it was to the point where I couldn't go to the gym. If I tried to do a bicep curl, my hand would just open up because it would hurt so bad. And that was even playing with a controller. Then I tried switching to mouse and keyboard because I was like, oh, I can still play. I'll just play with a mouse and keyboard. Nah, it was not working. All it did was transfer the wrist pain from the right side to the left side because I was using the keys with my left hand and the mouse with my right hand. And actually, the right hand was hurting too, so it was essentially just like both my wrists would have been hosed. I didn't want to do that for me. Neutral says, yeah, it's not worth it. RSI is a career killer. Yeah, I do a lot of typing at work. I make a lot of PowerPoint spreadsheets, computer work. That would be rough. And it was just a quality of life thing too. Like just driving my car. There were so many things that was affecting. I'm like, I'm not willing to go to this length for a video game. As soon as I switched to EQ, which is like way lower intensity, I was like, ah, that's nice. It went away like almost immediately. Neutral Rocket says it's a domino. Did you just mention dominoes? I have a vendetta against dominoes. They never gave me my $34 back. There's a gnome in here for a second. Level 60 warlock. Neutral says once it affects other parts of your health, it's all downhill. Yeah, like if I wanted to go rock climbing, if I wanted to do pull-ups were like starting to really hurt. Um, yeah, driving, and then honestly, like I'm wondering if that's what started the whole like right side. You guys remember a lot of the streams that I was doing about 2 months ago. I'd be sitting here like grinding at my trap, my neck. A lot of that stuff's gone away, but one thing that really helped was I went and saw a therapist, and the dude he brought up like sticking a needle in my trap to get it to relax. And I was like, that sounds a little bit invasive. Like maybe we could start out with something lighter, some stretching, whatever. And he just kept talking about it and talking about it. I was like, all right, man, if you want to put a needle in my neck, just go ahead. As soon as he did it, like the whole muscle just started shaking and twitching. And when he took the needle out, I was like, oh, that feels so good. And that's really what started like getting my neck and my trap better. Neutral says my wife got RSI in her wrists up her arms. Oh, I'm sorry, and basically hasn't been able to work since. That sucks, man. And was that all from computer work or some other job that she was doing? Because yeah, I really can't justify it if it's like me just playing a video game. Neutral says working on computers as a graphic designer. Yeah. It's a little bit easier to justify if you're like, okay, this is my livelihood. This is what I have to do. So I'm going to push through this injury. But me over here going, I need to find every rare item in Diablo 2 before I die. Not a good idea to sacrifice my personal health for that. All right, let's get ready for it. Soothsayer, first spawn of the night's gonna happen here. I can feel it. We got kind of lucky on the camp breaking the camp tonight. Because I logged in and about half of the mobs I needed to kill were dead. Then I had a couple pop on top of me, but I was able to deal with it because, like Neutral said, the survivability on a Necro is amazing. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit 47 tonight. I'll stay up for it. I'll keep the stream up for you guys for it. Ooh, an adept. Bummer. That is spawn 3. That's 1 hour of spawns. Yep, bummer. I hear like the sounds of that Necro fighting things. Regardless of whether or not we get the earring, the experience is really good here. And I don't have to swim. If I was at Blood Gills, I would, one, have to compete with other people more than I do here. And two, I would have to swim. Wherever that is, it's like really close. That must be like right on the other side of the wall. Neutral Rocket says you need to get fish scales. I have those. They are... I must have dropped them in my bank, but yeah, I have fish scales. I really shouldn't have dropped those in my bank. Hopefully I didn't get rid of them by accident. I have 17 of them, or I had 17. Where's this sound coming from? It's freaking me out. Ooh, we got a legate. My least favorite. Neutral asks if I've seen any words drop from the goblins. I have, but they are not. They're not the words I'm looking for. They're like 40s, mid 40s words or late 30s words. For example, let's see, Eventide, Absorption, Transcendence, and Possession are the ones I have on me right now. So yeah, those are like low level, kind of like really low level actually. They're not even level appropriate. I think these are like late 20s words. Like I think I got Words of Haunting in here, which is used for like the 24 or the 29 pet. I have yet to find somewhere that's like the Worslick's Giants where they drop words higher than them. I would really love to find some mobs that I can easily kill that would drop level 49 words. I don't know if that exists though. There are the Raptors in TD, but those look crazy hard. Like there's a reason they're dropping level 49 words because you probably need to be at least 49 to kill them. They have over 4 times the amount of HP these enemies do. And they have a huge aggro radius apparently. Whoa. Ah, I almost made the mistake again. I almost let him get out. I think it's this one next. So yeah, the 40s, like late 40s, that's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how we're going to get the 49 spells, how long we're going to have to wait. I'll be dinging level 60 with my poor level 44 pet. Neutral says probably need 40 plus mobs. Yeah, we can kind of see what City of Mist has to offer at some point. Even going into 49 without the research spells. Looks like I can buy the undead nuke. The heal or the health transfer is a research. I can buy the charm. I can buy the snare. Oh, I can buy a group D, or no, I can't. That's a Chardock. The group DMF is a Chardock spell. I can buy the life tap. I can buy a new dot. That's nice. I always like those. Obviously, the pet is research only because this game hates its players. Let's see, is the Lich a research only? Yes, the Lich is a research only. Boo. I could try to go buy Paralyzing Earth from a vendor in over there. Neutral says, I think the undead gorillas drop those. Really? Okay, we're going to throw the root first. Neutral's also suggesting, oh, the root broke. Neutral is also suggesting City of Mist and KC. KC's kind of tough, isn't it? I'm not sure what level I need to be to break into there. It's also really crowded. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We just need to get the levels. What level are those gorillas? Corrupted gorilla, 47. Tainted gorillas, 39 to 41. So we would still get experience for killing them. Tottering gorilla, let's see. That one's 37 to 41. What does that level 47 one drop? Green tree bark. It's probably like an epic quest. Yep, Druid epic quest mob. Those roots break whenever you nuke. Ooh, that guy dropped 4 platinum. He was a rich goblin. For 30 seconds. For his poor 30-second life. Where do mobs go when they die? This game is so violent. That goblin never got to even experience life at all. Let's see. We got 9 minutes, so we're gonna do something risky here. What do we got out here? Ah, they killed my risky mobs. You bastards. Just running through here, killing everything. No regard for the low levels. No, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. That's lame, though. I was going to kill those two for a little extra experience. But since we have 9 minutes, I'm going to go do a little old man break here. And I'll be right back. All right. We're back. One thing I noticed is on my YouTube, my average age of viewers is climbing up further and further. When I first started, it was like 30, 35, and then now I'm getting more in the 46 to 50 category. That's interesting. But I suppose EQ being 25 years old, if you were in your early 30s or even like mid 20s whenever it came out, you probably got into it then, and now 25 years later, still interested in it. Four minutes on the next spawn. Hopefully we get lucky this time. We need some luck, game. You know what? We need to bless the spot. One time I pretended to take my shirt off on stream and Soothsayer popped right afterwards. Don't make me do it again. Yeah, we got really lucky on the camp break tonight. We got lucky on a max level pet really early. So now we just need to keep the camp by not doing dumb things like forgetting to root mobs like we did last night. Because that got us booted out of here. We got the boot. We're not going to do that again. Even though we've already accidentally done it once. Yeah, I think we will check out the undead gorillas after this. I don't have high hopes for logging in here and getting the rock gust camp very often. Although I think it is open right now. Neutral says, I do not think I am right about them dropping research components, not according to the wiki. Yeah, you know, there's other things we can try, though, too. There's a whole continent out there that we can go try to find level 40, probably 45 mobs. Do a little research, little data collection. Neutral says, trying hard to remember where they did drop. I've had a few sets for DMF before. Yeah, that's one I need to research. Then I can finally finish the skull caps. I've had the components for I think 2 different spell or skull caps since level 20, probably 24. None of those skull caps really look all that good though. I think the good one comes later after like Shadows of Lucklin or something. The one everybody talks about is the 8th rank one. Because yeah, the 7th rank one is only it gives you 1 dex, 5 int, and 10 mana. Let's see. I guess that is better than this, so I shouldn't be so quick to judge. All right, time to buff up. It'll be nice getting that bigger life tap at 49. That'll work really well with Ignite Bones, having 2 basically big direct damage spells. Right now I'm working with like a big one and a little one. All right, let's see what we get. Neutral says Deflux is where it's at. What level is that? Since leveling started slowing down, I haven't... Oh man, 3 adepts in a row? What is this? All right, kick that heel. Kick the heel. Nice. That was a cheap adept. We got really, really lucky on that one. Neutral says 54. It's like a fast cast version of the 49. Nice. Yeah, since leveling slowed down, I stopped looking ahead to spells as much. And really, since I felt like I got a a complete tool set because necros don't really feel complete. I feel like 29 is kind of the turning point where you actually feel like you have your class like core abilities. Shoot, there's points as a necro when you're early leveling where you're like, I'm just a crappy like tank, I guess, or crappy shadow knight. Talking like 1 to 14 or so. We're just your pet really can't tank any damage. You're kind of tanking for your pet. You're basically you're forced to tap tank. And looking back on it now, I should have done a lot more tap tanking than I did. I did a lot of fear kiting around 14 to 20 or so. Well, really, like all the way up into the 30s. Because I was fear kiting at the Goblin Fort for a long time, or the Giant Fort. That Giant Fort carried me all the way to 35, I think, between Giant Fort and Dalnir. Neutral says Giant Fort was awesome, so much platinum. Yeah, that it's such a moneymaker, and then you get the fact that you're getting level 34 spell research starting at like whatever level you go there, 25. It's like a solo self-found gift. Because if you guys remember, I used my level 20 pet all the way to 29. And then I got lucky because I had a lot of extra research components from the Giant Fort. Because just because I hit 29 and I have the ability to research doesn't mean it's going to work. And the reason for that is if I have one set of spell components right at 29, my research skill is not high enough for it to be trivial, so it has like a higher chance of failing. So I do remember a couple times on stream like trying to research spells and it was like, nope, it failed. Nope, it failed. Your int stat helps with that though. And back then I was rocking like 80 some int because maybe 90 because we did have the Skull of Torture. That's where I met Neutral Rockets, was doing the Skull of Torture quest. Yeah, we would fail research a lot, but then whenever we were doing Giant Fort so much, I had tons of extra words. So whenever we hit level 34, I was like, shoot, I got 3 shots to research this pet. Let's do it. And we got it first time. Neutral says, I'm still rocking that Skull of Torture. Me too. There it is. It's such a good piece of gear for the level that you get it at. I don't even know if I'll replace it, to be honest. I'm actually going to look at that right now. Let's see if we can stop this heal. Oh, we got it off. You stink. There's a marginal upgrade in Chardock, which is probably off like a group tuned mob. Actually, maybe not. These look like solo mobs. Yeah, there's really not much. There's really not much out there, int or HP wise. That's crazy. Some of the itemization on this game is suspect. Neutral says I love it. I agree. So we haven't really talked about design philosophy in a long time. So let's talk about design philosophy. Um, or maybe not even design philosophy. Let's talk about the unintended consequences of like incongruous design. Um, I'm a personal fan of the theory that EverQuest's imperfections are what actually make it good. Like it's what makes EQ EQ because uh, and to a degree WoW Classic or Vanilla WoW as well, like the very first version of WoW was kind of similar where there was like weird kind of itemization. It did weird things where warriors were wearing leather, and then similar in EQ where, you know, people are wearing pieces that like warriors aren't always wearing all plate, things like that. I think that stuff's cool because whenever you look at how MMOs are designed now, like obviously the warrior is going to be wearing plate because he's a warrior, like in Elder Scrolls Online or whatever. Maybe that's a bad one. Actually, that's a bad example. ESO is so weird in how you can gear your characters, but just retail WoW, right? And everything's so normalized and it's so like blah, it's so bland. But like WoW Classic or EQ, where your BIS gear piece could be like drop off a level 35 mob, I think that's actually cool. Neutral says there's none of these rare or epic variations with random stats. Yeah, the random stat thing, you see that a lot in newer MMOs. There's no like, it's not memorable. Like everybody playing these classic MMOs, they kind of can look at other players and know exactly what they're wearing. They're like, oh yeah, that's a short sword of Yakesha, or that's this or that's that. And in new MMOs, it's just like short sword of greatness, and it's got random stats on it, and everybody's got a different sword, but it's all the same like item level. It's all the same stats. It's just it's so bland. I don't know if I articulated that point really well. So if anybody watching wants to throw it in chat or the comments and kind of help me clean that up a little bit, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's the idea is um you know, you're always going to remember when you camped the earring of essence or you camp these like good items. And in new MMOs, you know, you couldn't like you could look at your whole character sheet and be like, I don't even remember where I got these items because it's just like a random dungeon reward or you opened a chest that popped in your inventory after you ran an instance or whatever. It's so boring. But to go back to what I was saying earlier, like all these imperfections or just kind of the weird, clunky design, I think it all comes together to make EQ really why it's like that's what makes it such a great game. If you want a perfectly curated and tailored experience that's almost like dumbed down or watered down, you know, play a newer MMO. But these older MMOs, they've got real charm and character and just kind of being screwed up. We love them because they're bad. And those are the moments that you like really live for in an MMO too, when you finally get that rare drop or you finally get that rare spawn that drops your best in slot item. When it's all randomized, then you can just get it from anywhere. It's just really bland. So we've crept up over the 90th percentile towards 47. We're sitting at 92. So that's about 20% in an hour and a half. That's not bad. We'll see how the experience plays out as we go into 47. But right now it's sufficient, and I don't feel a need to move. And we have 2 spawns left in this cycle. I'm actually, so that legate took a decent chunk out of the mana bar. I think my biggest fear doing this, it's really predictable. Well, it's predictable to a degree, is getting too many legates in a row. Or like legate, then a bone slaver, then a legate. That would be kind of a bad combo. That would really tax the mana, especially on some of these that aren't as broken up as the others. Actually, I think I only have 1 spawn left in the cycle. Actually, I'm thinking that was the last one. I'm so bad about keeping track whenever I've been going for an hour plus. I kind of lose track. So now we wait. And hopefully we get the next spawn as a soothsayer. I have not seen soothsayer in a couple days. Hopefully the coffee is tasting good, neutral. I almost made some coffee when I got home. What kind of coffee do you drink? I've been hooked on the I'm ashamed to admit it. I've been hooked on the McDonald's like McCafe coffee. It's actually really good. You can buy it in the store. I got the light roast recently. I've moved away from darker. I used to drink like the black sludge coffee, and I've moved away from that. The light roast is a little bit more mellow. There was a point like 3 years ago where I was drinking probably 500 milligrams plus of caffeine a day. Not a good thing to do. Definitely do more teas now. Teas are a little bit lighter. All right, a couple more minutes here on Soothsayer. Hopefully, Soothsayer. That would have been a good time to grab these, but because I was foolish and lost track of the timers, that'll have to happen on the next go. Let's see if we can jump on some boxes. Oh, good job, Mr. Best Friend. He's been working on his plyos. That was a good quad workout there. All right, let's see if we can hit. Can we hit that one? Oh, we did it! I'm the king. I'm the chief now, Rock Gus. You got nothing on this. Mr. Best Friend's superior quads. Look at those. Look at those meaty quads down there. There. There we go. Yeah, flex form. He's not doing any of the emotes that I'm telling him to do. Yeah, we'll put that row back on so we don't lose it. And we need to rebuff. 'That kind of reminded me of the fountain jump on Vanilla WoW in Stormwind. People would try to jump to the top of the fountain. You had to do it like perfectly. Come on, Soothsayer. $15 seconds. Man, that's what, 5 adepts in a row. At least we're getting experience. Oh, shoot. Root broke. Kick that heal, Go Banner. You're killing me. Go Banner's let him heal like 3 times. You better kick this one, Go Banner. I'm sending you to be neutral rockets this pet. He wanted to keep his job. Neutral says, gonna be the next spawn. Gosh, I hope so. We haven't even spawned him once tonight. Next spawn will be 2 hours. Neutral says statistically has to be the next one. I don't know what the spawn rate is on him. If that's even on the wiki. Neutral says that's just what I tell myself. Just one more. I definitely remember that dilemma doing the sleeves in down there because we really weren't getting experience doing the sleeves. Actually, we were. We got an entire level doing the sleeves. It was just miserably slow. At least this isn't miserably slow. We're kind of leveling up at the same rate we would be if we were somewhere else. Neutral says, "What level was your chanter?" I think I'll have to look next time I log off. I think he's 48. Yeah, I'm like right about the same level as the chanter. Look at Go Banner up there, raining down blows on him like a boss. I had to jump on all those boxes to get up there. Go Banner just jumped right up. Kick that heel, Go Banner. You know what's good for you. Yeah, I am. I'm about equal to the chanter now at this point. For my chanter, I did 45 to, I think, 47 at the, actually it was about 44 to 47 at the Grob Troll Guards to make some money. Neutral asks, what's the highest level tune you managed on P99? That would be the chanter. So I'll be overtaking him on Mr. Best Friend here really soon. And then we'll be going into uncharted waters for me. It's exciting. I'll be even more excited whenever we get up to like 58, 59. And we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There was a Necro I was talking to. He was watching my YouTube videos for a while. He kind of dropped off the map, but he shot up in levels like crazy. Like he was close to our level, or like in the 20s whenever you and I, Neutral, were close to each other. And then he just like poop socked it for 3 weeks or something, and all of a sudden he was in his 50s or like 2 weeks. Then that guy Tyrax, I haven't seen him around for a while either. He did kind of the same thing. Oh, he's on right now. He's level 58. That guy's an animal. He levels fast. Actually, it's 56. Would it be Kakarot? No, it's his name's Asaku. These cave hunters put out some good melee damage. You got Go Banner all the way down to 51%. I just can't level that fast. I get burnt out. I gotta go do different things. Go try new places. I can't just do the most optimal and sit in the same spot forever. I will say that I think EQ has one of the best replay values of any game out there. There's so many different ways to level through this game, and then the differences in the classes is so it's so diverse in how you play the game and how you approach the game. I feel like you could replay it 20 times and never do the same thing. There might be some overlap, but for just taking the same route, if you didn't want to, especially if you solo. If you group, then you're kind of stuck because a lot of times people tend to group in the most optimal places. Like back in the day, it was Mistmore would get you to like 40 from 20 just from the amount of people grouping there. You never had to sit LFG. There was always multiple groups going. Neutral says, yeah, I try to do random quests and have break days. Yeah, and then the quest thing is so much fun too because you can take a break and go do a quest. And then you're still getting experience while you're doing the quest most of the time too. Let's see. Why don't we have a pop? I feel like this guy should be popping. I used to hum this song in the morning when I was in basic training. There he is. Because the singer says, I want to go back to sleep. And you're like, I was like, yeah, me too. It's so weird when you go to basic training, at least when I did. Um, there was like a good 4 weeks where I never heard any music whatsoever outside of like the national anthem. And then we got assigned to do like a detail where we had to help out in a warehouse. So we're down in the warehouse and they turn on the warehouse speakers and they start pumping music in there. And I was like, oh, music. Like, it sounds so good. I don't even care that it's not music I like. I think right before we left, our instructor let us use his office like stereo for like the last week. Yeah, there was a month where I didn't hear any music whatsoever. You're like it's basically like you're in prison, but they let you outside. The food was good though. I'll never complain about the food at basic training. It was good. The French toast they had there, I swear they sprinkled like crack on it. It was addictive. Okay, if those guys. Oh, they're not alive. Somebody took them. I was gonna say if those guys are alive after these two, I'm grabbing them. It's been really quiet in Droga though. You guys remember that guy who trained the whole temple on him last night? I kind of felt bad for him. I don't think he had any idea what he had done. Ooh, we got a soothsayer. He might drop something. I think we already have everything that he drops, though. Because we have the tome, we have the stone. I'm not sure if he drops anything else. Let's find out. Choker of Mage. That's right, we didn't have that. That's got See and Viz on it. It's actually not a bad little item. It's also an int +5, so you get the See and Viz effect and the int +5. But the Skull of Torture has int +5, HP 10, mana 10, and I have this Bracer of the Hidden where I can throw See and Viz on myself. I do it all the time for a GCD reset. So there's really no reason for me to wear that. I don't think it's worth too much. Let me find out. The Choker of Mage is worth 300. So if any of my viewers need a Choker of Mage, just let me know and it's yours as long as you can get to Cabalus or somewhere in Kunark to get it. I won't even sell it. I tend to just give stuff away at this point. It's probably not a good business practice for making all kinds of awesome pixels for myself, but I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent towards money in this game. I'll most likely start another solo self-found challenge after this, so hanging on to money is kind of, whatever. Now, if I get something worth 20,000, I'm probably not going to give that away, but not probably, I won't give that away for all these little dinky items. All right, so we're at 2 hours right now. I'm going to keep the stream up until I hit 47, which will probably be here in the next 15 minutes or so. Normally, I like to kill it off at 20 hours, so my videos are, or 2 hours. That way, my videos are 2 hours or less, but we only have 4% left to go, so it won't take that long. Would have been nice if these guys were up. Kind of need to be careful, because I don't know when they're going to pop again. So I'm kind of reluctant to go pull stuff from out there. And we're going to get one more shot at the Soothsayer. We're on spawn 5 for the night. Maybe this will be the one. There was that time on stream where I was like, I got one left. I got one spawn left. It was like a 5-hour stream. But I was like, I'm getting this dang Visceral Dagger in it. And the guy I needed, he spawned on the very last one that I had after 5 hours. Because I didn't have a choice. I had to go. There was no like just one more. It was just like down to the wire. I left with just enough time to pick up my girlfriend like right as she got off from work. So who knows? Maybe we'll get that last spawn luck. We will find out here shortly. And I'll be obviously continuing Mr. Best Friend up to level 60, and then it's kind of a timing thing. I want to time it right. I don't want to start a character and not finish him. So if it's like late April, I may not start a new solo self found, because in May I'm going to be doing the TLP, unless the rule set is like really weird and I just don't want to do it. If I don't have any interest in it, then I won't. But then the question becomes, do we do solo self found on the TLP, or do we just group? I haven't arrived at a position on that yet. So if you guys want to let me know what you think, drop some comments on YouTube and let me know what you guys like to see. I feel like there's benefits to both. Solo self found, you get like really high highs, but also really low lows. Grouping is a little bit more steady. It's a little bit more interesting, I think, to watch. Although you could argue that when you're just holding down a camp with a group versus a single player, it's kind of 2 and 1, half 6 and 1, half dozen in the other. 2 and 1, a sixth of a dozen in the other. So there will be some decision points coming up here next couple months as we close out Mr. Best Friend. We'll obviously have to throw a little stream party. I'm probably kind of breaking the news on this early because I feel like 51 to 60 is gonna test me. Neutral Rocket says, if you do SSF again, would like to see Velius. I have thought about that. Like, what if I do a character where you start out, you go to 20, doing whatever, and then I guess 20 is probably too low. When does Velius really start? 30? I'm looking at the wiki here. So there's Antonica, Otis, Fadewar, Kunark. There's Velius. Crystal Caverns, 25? I don't think I've ever been to this zone. There's spiders in there that start at 20. Eastern Way. So it looks like it really starts at 30. So yeah, we could go at 30 and do 30 to 60 solo self found. Neutral says, yeah, probably 30 plus would be tough at 25. Or we could just do a solo self found, no geographic restriction, and just emphasize Velius, but open up the whole world for when we want to go camp, different gear, different pieces. It would make the challenge easier. You wouldn't get those weird idiosyncrasies like, hey, I have to camp this 1 int 10 mana sleeves because it's the best one I got. But it may make for more interesting viewing as I jump from place to place to place, getting different gear sets. So yeah, there's a lot of things to think about. If you guys want to let me know what you guys, the YouTube as well, what you all think, let me know. Neutral says, I have not got around to checking out Tower of Frozen Shadow yet. I think I've gone there once on my enchanter for just a few minutes. Is that the one that's I can't remember the name of the zone. Yeah, I know it is. It's I did a lot of quad kiting in there. Actually, I went there on my druid. Not in there, but outside. I quad kited all the, like, there were like leopards and dust devils out there that I quad kited. And then I went inside and messed around in there. All right, game. Let's count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, Soothsayer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soothsayer. An adept. 6 adepts in a row. I'm going to punish you, adept. I'm going to just chain cast nukes on you. Yeah, sad face. How could you do this to me, EverQuest? That was the most inefficient way to kill that adept. Starting the nuking at 100%, but I was just angry. All right, that's number 6. Let's update that. Let's get this level 47. No luck tonight on Soothsayer Dregzak. That guy's killing me. Oh, sorry, this is a work thing. Somebody failed to communicate. A failure to communicate. That's always great when you're handling $1 million pieces of hardware. Depredator. These are like the weakest ones in here. Oh, your root broke. Go Banner was a good pet for us tonight. He put in a lot of work. You get the good pet award, Go Banner. Let's take a picture. Shake my hand. I don't even know where my screenshot key is. What's my screenshot key? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to meditate before we die to something because we didn't get enough mana back. That dude jumped. Oh my gosh. Just totally smashed my keyboard against my chair. Go Bader jump from like 70% to 100% while standing up. He's a total Chad. What is my screenshot key? Oh my gosh. It's mayhem on the stream. That was a crazy amount of fizzles there too. I haven't gotten that many fizzles in a long time. Oh no, he's running out of the room. Oh, there was guys over there too. That would have been bad. That's funny. We just need 2 more percent. 2% and we can level up and get out of here. What is my evocation now? Let's see. 164. We're making progress. This skill was so bad when I started doing K-Sora about 5 levels ago. It was like 100, maybe less than 100. And my nukes would fizzle like 6 times in a row. I remember there was one time I died because my nukes fizzled so many times that I had no mana left to finish off a mob and he had 0 or 1%. I was just like smashing the keyboard. I'm like, no, no. I just had to stand there and watch as I was getting beat up. It was a Cly believer too. Remember, it was in the church. Neutral. I don't know if you were there for that, Neutral. It was the most frustrating thing I think to have happen to me on Mr. Best Friend. Droga has been so much more kind to me than Dalnir ever was. Dalnir's like a bad ex. Bad ex. Nah, I had fun in down there. I know that zone like the back of my hand now. We'll see if these next 2 mobs, actually 3 mobs, will level us. We're at 99%. We're almost there. Neutral says, as soon as you leave, some random person will come. Yeah, he'll pop the moment I leave. And somebody will be like, oh, cool, Soothsayer's up. This is my climbing music. This is the music I throw on when I look up a mountain and I can see the peak. And I'm like, all right, I got to get there. And I just throw on my headphones and just grind. I'm going to put in for the Mount Whitney lottery again this year and hopefully get it. Then I can climb the tallest peak in the southern or lower 48 states. It's no Kilimanjaro, but it's at least 14,000 feet. But you have to get selected to do it. California, like, they restrict access. You can't just show up there and be like, I'm here, I'm going to do this. You have to put in for a lottery and put in for specific dates, and then they either pick your number or they don't. And I'm like, seriously? I can't just go there? That's an overnighter, too. It's a 2-day hike. There it is. Ding 47. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, Neutral. Bye, Go Banner. You were a good boy. Okay. I thought I wasn't invisible, but then I realized I have a see invis on. All right. That is the conclusion of this stream. Thank you guys for watching. For my YouTube viewers and my Twitch viewers, thanks for your support.